Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Beautiful, beautiful day. Wonderful. So, wonderful when you are in Bitcoin and you know it's TikTok next block. Nobody can change the rules. Rules without rulers. That's the most peace of mind somebody can have without money when they know nobody can change the rules overnight. In contrast to the traditional financial system, overnight somebody can wake up and say, hey, we're gonna bail out these banks. We're gonna bail out those people. Those people can't be allowed to fail. So this is the problem with the current financial system, right? So back in 2008, they did the same thing. They just bail out those banks. They say, hey, we can't allow those banks to fail. They're too big. And, now even it doesn't matter which bank you are. They're just going to back you up with all your mess, all your stupid decisions. So now this bank, they're going to go get a loan from the Fed, basically. So, or Treasury. So they probably gonna say, hey, okay, give me your collateral, all your assets. You don't have to sell them, and I'm gonna hold them as a collateral, and I'll give you a loan so you can pay your customers. So those banks are trapped now because now they're gonna get a loan. First of all, they're gonna pay interest on those loans. How are they gonna generate interest on those loans to pay that? The Fed, right? So this is a problem here. It's like people don't understand. It's like, yes, they're gonna give them a loan, but how are they gonna generate interest? Because the only way they could generate interest, maybe if they could get the interest on the treasuries, right? But if those treasury bonds are already locked up with the Fed, where they gonna get the interest to pay? Where they gonna get money to pay the Fed? See, this is a question most people are not asking. It's like, if it's a loan, right? If it is a loan, right? There should be interest every month. They should be paying interest on those loans, right? So where they gonna get the money to pay the interest, right? So they will be relying on new customers to come in. It's like a Ponzi scheme, right? They need more and more customers to come in, right? To deposit money so they can pay the Fed. Okay? So it's a classic Ponzi scheme, right? So the Fed, first of all, they didn't have the money, right? So the bank came around and said, hey, okay, I'm gonna buy your treasuries, right? With a certain interest, right? So they go there, they try to buy the treasuries with a certain amount of interest, right? So now the interest, right? So now the treasury bond drop in price because the rate goes up, right? Inversely, so the bond drop in price, right? So now the people, the customers of the bank, try to take the money out. And then the bank don't have the money because it's locked up for years, right, in the treasury bond. So what the Fed did, right, the Fed didn't even have the money, right? So they were raising money, right, as a bond. So the Fed basically came out and said, hey, I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna give you a loan on top of that. So first of all, they didn't have money, right? So they're gonna use that, bond as a locked up, right? So the only way they're gonna get new money is to print other money. So to give that other money to the bank, right? So they can't do anything. They can only print, right? So where they're gonna get the printing money? Well, they're gonna go to the treasury or do all this nonsense, spaghetti finance, and then just get the money, get new money, right? To inject into the system, right? And this is how you get inflation. This is why all those idiots out there and thinking, oh yeah, raising rate can fix inflation. They don't understand that inflation is an expansion of the money supply, right? So the inflation is that, right? So when you say Bitcoin is a hedge against bad, monetary policy and central planning and expansion of the money supply, right? So this is what Bitcoin is a hedge against, right? It's protect you against that, right? You see, the moment they say that, they announce this is what they're gonna do, and Bitcoin whip off, right? It went up like, right, 19%. So that's a reality. So most people don't understand. It's like, yeah. So anyways, that's where we are for now, right? So I think it's gonna get way worse, right? I think things gonna get way worse. It's just up to you guys to really protect yourself and know what you're doing, right? Don't over leverage. Don't over, just know what you don't over expose yourself. It doesn't matter crypto company or Bitcoin company. Just make sure you hold your own keys and you do like proper key management and all those things, right? So those are the things I think that matters the most, right? So, and yes, in the beginning of this podcast, I was talking about rules without rulers, right? In the Bitcoin standard, right? In the Bitcoin system, there's no rulers. There's nobody to change the rules overnight, right? So Bitcoin regulate your regulators, just like my podcast yesterday. Bitcoin regulate your regulators, right? Your regulators are not like honest people, okay? So they are just acting based on what the majority say, right? And usually, right, the majority is wrong, right? So if usually the majority is wrong and your regulator is regulate based on what the majority asks, then like that's that's a problem. There's a problem, right? So yeah, so I mean it is what it is. Every 10 minutes TikTok next block, you get a new block, right? So the consensus rules in Bitcoin cannot be changed out of whim, right? So you have to, it's rules without rulers again. And then it's one node, one vote. It's not like democracy, the majority, or anything like that. So it's rules. It's just your node and your Bitcoin. That's it. Right? So you decide which version of the protocol you want to run. Right? You decide what Bitcoin means for you. Right? So, anyways, guys, this was the Toxic Talk, and I'll definitely see you again in the next Toxic Talk. This was Tuesday, basically. So on Tuesday, yeah, so pretty much tomorrow, Wednesday. And yeah, so everything is great in Bitcoin. And I'll see you again, guys. Just like, subscribe. If you like, comment. And I'll see you again, guys. This was a short one. And yeah, so pike over. I'll see you again.